Hi, this is Dr. Bob, and I'm here again at Mt Saint Helens. You can see Mt Saint Helens behind me, and down in the valley is Crater Lake. Another great opportunity for us to talk about what happens with catastrophic processes. Most of the traditional worldview looks at the world as something that doesn't change much over time. Lyell and Hutton introduced this idea of uniformitarianism. Uniformitarianism basically just says things are the way they've always been. So those of you who've read in 2 Peter 3, you will recognize the sentiment that things are as they've always been and they continue on. But what we do know is that catastrophic processes are the single most significant factor in modifying and sculpting the landscape and the world that we live in. And here at Mt Saint Helens, there's a great example of that, because of course on May 18th of 1980, a really significant catastrophe happened when 1,300 feet of the top of this mountain was blown off, and in the process blew out the side and completely transformed the landscape, not only of Mt Saint Helens, but of the river and the valleys to the north. And so what we see here is, and Crater Lake is a great, Crater Lake is a great example for us, because what we see there is what was a creek was then dammed up and became a lake. And so that's just one small example of how the landscape changes, the environment changes through catastrophic processes. And so we know that things aren't always as they always have been, but there are these moments in time that change the world that we live in and cause these catastrophes. And we're going to see as we go down into the canyon that the layering and the stratification that we see in rocks other places like Vasquez and Grand Canyon and places like that can happen in a very short period of time, in a matter of hours. And so we'll get a chance to observe that as well. But here we have a great opportunity to see what happens when catastrophic processes change the face of God's creation. And one more example then that it's okay to believe that as we look at the evidence around us and we are truly objective and we trust in biblical truth, that we'll find the answers. So again, it's Dr. Bob from Mt Saint Helens in Washington.